Okay, coming into frame here. Hello. I am not in my usual setup, as you can see. I am outside in my shed. It is 26 degrees Fahrenheit outside. That means it's pretty dang cold. And it's not really the most ideal conditions for a recording setup. Besides the lighting is beautiful. It is superb. Yet, I could be warmer, I could be more comfortable, but I'm still recording. And let's talk about conditions. In a video about perfectionism, in a video about just starting, I think conditions a lot of times are what stops people from starting or continuing something. Like I said before, this shed, it's pretty cramped. We have a lot of stuff here, and it's really cold. The reason why I'm not recording in my house is because my father is working, and I really can't disturb him, nor do I want to disturb him. And I don't want to sound insane talking to myself. While the conditions aren't exactly what I want, they are good enough. And good enough is weirdly perfect for just recording and starting. And while we're on the topic, let's discuss just starting, okay? When creating something like a new business venture, a new channel, people often get stuck in the planning phase. You know, a lot of times the plans never really get put into action. They're always stuck in your head, but they never really make it out into the real world. And I get it. You want it to be as good as possible. That's why you keep meticulously planning. That's why you keep learning. That's why you keep just practicing. But the best practice is just doing the thing. Like, if I want to get better at making videos, I make videos. And of course, I can learn all the editing techniques I want, all the weird mumbo jumbo for thumbnails and tags and metadata, but it's not gonna replace me like actually making a video and learning from that instead. Like, a perfect example for me was when I made this table. I made this I made this in what, 2020 when I wanted a new desk. Okay, it's dirty because it's been outside, and even then it wasn't the prettiest. It's not perfect by whatever means you want to deem it. This is not exactly leveled. There's a lot of ridges here, and the staining is very, very poor, as well as the cuts. They're very not aligned here, okay? But I still made it because I wanted it to, right? It's not perfect. It's so not perfect. Could I have made a better one if I took my time with the table and researched it a bit more, as well as aligned the cuts up a little better? Yeah, I probably could have. I probably would have. But to me, this table is good enough. I think I gained a lot more by actually making the table rather than just researching about it, because I gained experience, okay? Knowledge is great, but experience is also pretty irreplaceable as well. My hands have transitioned into this because they're freezing now, so I have to be like a little penguin or something. That's not what a penguin looks like, but moving on. Last thing I want to mention before going inside, so I can feel something in my hands again, is that perfectionism still might be hindering you just a little bit. This is even more towards the execution side of things, as well as towards video editing, video making, etc. Just because it's the easiest sort of subject for me to relate it to, since I go through it too still. I think what it comes down to is being extremely picky about stuff. These things that only you will notice and not everybody else will notice, and it feels nice when you finally get everything right, but it's gonna hinder your ability to really get more and more experience. I want to do the best I can do for each video or for each creative endeavor, but my current best is going to be looked down upon by my future best. And that's just the nature of being too hard on yourself, or being too picky about it. I've only ever reached above 10 videos like twice. Time and time again, I've archived videos that I thought weren't good enough anymore and fit my current image. In the pursuit of trying to look perfect or trying to really just look my best, I've sort of bottlenecked myself for growth-wise on YouTube. And so I have to accept that my best back then was all that I can do, and the best that I can do now will probably be overshined by the best I can do in the future. Overshined, outshined, whatever. It's just gonna be outdone by stuff I do in the future. And that's perfectly normal. I don't have to have this perfect narrative anymore. I don't want it anymore. I just want to grow, and I just want to create. At this point, being perfect is super overrated. I just want to be good enough now. I think I am good enough now. So yeah. I'm gonna go back inside. Okay. Goodbye.